Hello, you beautiful, wonderful people of the world. Welcome back to my channel. I am Yogi Court. So nice to have everybody. I'm sorry if you can't necessarily see my face too well here, but you don't need to see my face. All you need to see is my body. So today's flow, we're going to be focusing on yoga for hikers. This will be a stretching for sure, nice loosening, as well as a strengthening as well, allowing both of these worlds to exist within the yin and the yang, allowing yourself to loosen up, but then also to feel strong and allow your muscles to create the strength so that for your next hike, you'll be able to step up within the height quite nice and easily within the strength of the glutes, hip flexors, whatever it may be. Okay, so I hope you enjoy the practice. All you'll need is a mat and potentially 2 blocks, but we're not going to use the blocks here. It's also super okay if you don't have them. We'll just keep the knees bent. Okay, so let's start the practice in a seated position, cross-legged, however you may prefer. Just finding your breath. Oh, sorry about that. Bringing yourself into stillness and into the space. We'll take a deep breath into your nose as you lengthen out the spine. Allow the belly to expand. And a slow exhale out through the nose. Inhale through the nose. Allow the belly, chest to expand. And a slow exhale out. And just bringing yourself into the space, into the room that you're in right now. One more time. And gently release and soften. And then we'll inhale, reach the arms all the way up towards the sky. And then we'll lean to the left as the left hand goes down and the right arm goes over. Allow this right hip to stay nice and heavier as you push away from this left hand. And then relax into the face, relax into the jaw and the neck. And inhale, arms reach all the way up. And exhale, cactus back, draw your elbows into your waist. And inhale, arms reach and lengthen. And exhale to the right hand side, right hand down as the left arm reaches up and over. And just noticing the side body here, just breathing into the side of the ribs. And inhale, arms reach all the way up. And exhale, cactus back, elbows to the waist. Inhale, arms reach and lengthen. As you exhale to fold over the legs into a tabletop position. The hands are underneath your shoulders, the knees are underneath your hips. You're going to spread your fingers nice and wide. We'll inhale, drop the belly, gaze up, take your shoulders away from your ears, cow pose just once. Exhale, cow pose to round into your back, tuck your chin to your chest. Then gently, slowly release as you're going to open your knees nice and wide. The big toes are going to touch. You're going to send your hips back to your heels as you stretch your hands forward. Child's pose. Just staying here for about 5 breaths, relaxing into this, starting to also awaken your hips here as we work into this external rotation. And then you'll slowly push off of your hands as you draw your knees back together. They're probably about 2 fist distance apart here. You're going to keep your hips above your knees as you work into this 90 degree with the legs. You're going to walk your hands forward and send your chest down to puppy's pose. Just opening that upper back up and just breathing into this. And then you'll gently, slowly push off from your hands. You're going to come back, hands underneath your shoulders. You're going to take that left leg out, flexing the foot here. Then we're going to work slightly a little bit more into dynamic movement of that hip flexor. You're going to allow it to round all the way back, taking it back, and then rounding it, bringing it in. One more time, taking it, rounding it in. And then you're going to straighten out that leg. And then maybe you're going to externally rotate it out to the side with the leg straight, or can be bent here. That's perfectly fine. Then those left toes are going to be facing forward. So you walk your hands down onto the fingertips into that puppy's pose once more. But now that left leg is extended out, working into the inner thigh and that hip flexor. And then maybe you start to draw that right hand underneath the left, allowing yourself to work into that window that you've just created here, working into that right shoulder slightly a little bit. And finding your balance if you are tending to fall over. You're really trying to push into all the limbs that's on the ground here, so that especially with that left hand and that left foot. So nice. Draw the left hand to the face. Push off from the left hand as the right hand goes underneath the shoulders. Rearrange the hands. Either you're going to bend your leg or you're going to keep it straight as you take it all the way back and draw it back in. One round cat and cow. Rearrange yourself. Inhale, drop the belly gaze forward. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. And exhale, round the back. Push into your hands. Tuck the belly button in. And gently, slowly come back to the center. We'll work other leg now. Right leg will go out as it bends heel to the bum. Then we're going to rotate it into that circular rotation, taking it back and around for 2. And the last one for 1. And then if you can, you're going to straighten out that leg, rotate it out to the right. You're going to walk your hands forward and send your chest down, working into that puppy's pose, gate pose type of situation here. And then maybe you place that right hand down as you thread the needle with that left hand now. Allowing the left hand to go through the space. Only if you want to. You don't have to do this variation of the shape here. Just working into the left shoulder slightly a little bit more here. Really pushing away with the ground with that right hand and right foot. And then gently, slowly draw the right hand back to where the face is. Push off from the right hand. Left hand draws back. And then either leg straight or bend, you're going to draw it back in. And then gently, slowly release. Hands will come forward. Untuck your toes. Downward facing dogs. Lifting the hips up. And then you'll start to pedal out your legs, bending your right leg, bending your left leg. Noticing how this feels for the hamstrings. You're going to work into the hamstrings slightly more. Work into a little bit of balance. The strength of the hip flexors. And then we'll cool it down once again. And stay with your breath. Bend your knees. Walk your hands all the way back towards your feet. Coming into a nice gentle forward fold. Relax your neck. Shake the head as a no action. Shake it up and down as a yes action. And then gently just release the neck. And you're going to inhale for a halfway lift. The hands are onto the shins, or maybe they're onto blocks. Your shoulders are drawn away from the ears. It's a nice straight spine. So the weight is into the heels of the feet, and we fold and soften. Okay, we're going to start to move and flow a little bit more now. We're going to do a little bit of a hamstring walk. Okay, so you're going to keep the spine straight, and you're going to bend into the left leg, come onto the heel of the right foot as you sweep and change over. Bend right, straighten left, sweep. Not necessarily touching the ground here, keeping the spine straight, breathing into the hamstrings, doing 2 on each side. And then once you come to the top, chair pose, bend into the knees, arms lift. Slight tuck of the tailbone here, and allowing the wrist to be in line with the shoulder, to be in line with the hip. Finding the strength within the legs. Really put the weight into the heels of the feet. Push into the right leg, the left leg will lift. Find your single leg balance. Flex into the right leg, maybe the hands will go at the heart center. This will help, especially to find your balance within stepping on rocks that are quite uneven when you come up. On the hike, of course. So nice, you can place that left leg down. Arms, palms facing up towards the sky as you inhale, come up onto the calves, onto the toes, raise the heels. Exhale, hands down, palms behind you. Inhale, lift up the heels, activate the calves. Exhale, lower. 2 more, inhale. And exhale. 1 more time, inhale to reach and lengthen. Exhale to soften and fold all the way down. Maybe the legs are straight, maybe they're bent here. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen out your spine. And exhale, fold and soften. You step that right leg back, high plank. I'm lying, high crescent lunge. That arm comes all the way up. There's a slight tuck of the tailbone as you tuck that lower rib cage in as well. And then just breathe into that right hip flexor here. And just softening. Then we're slowly going to lower that right knee to the mat. Let's inhale. And exhale, take the hands back, hips back, straighten that front leg, hamstring stretch. We're going to work into slightly a dynamic movement here to warm it up, loosen. Inhale, bend the leg, Anjanasana, feel into that right hip flexor. Exhale, straighten that front leg, hands down. Inhale, bend, open, expand. Exhale, hips back and straighten. So nice, we'll bend that leg. Hands down, left leg steps back, chaturanga. It will be from our bending the elbows, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Stay with your breath here. Bend your knees, walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen out your spine. Exhale, fold and soften. The same thing, but just the other side now. That hamstring walk, placing the heel down, sweeping. We're going to just do 2 on each side. Nice straight spine here, not necessarily touching the ground. And then coming into our chair pose, bending the knees, arms lift, weights into the heels of the feet. The toes are super light. Relax the face. Feel the strength of the legs. Stay with your breath. Put the weight into the left leg as the right leg lifts. Find your single leg balance. Then allow both hips to still stay nice and even and leveled here. So nice, we're going to place that right leg down as the palms face towards us. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, lower down, palms back. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, back. 2 more. And just activating the calves. And on the next exhale, you'll fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. And exhale, fold and soften. Left leg steps back, high crescent lunge. The feet are on different train tracks here. Then just relax into your face. Bend into that back leg. Really firm up that left glute. And then you're going to lower that left knee all the way down, Anjanasana. Inhale, maybe the hips go a little bit forward, but you still want to keep this nice tuck of the belly button and the core here. Inhale. And exhale, hips back, straighten out that front leg. Work dynamically here. Bend, Anjanasana, inhale. And exhale, take it back, straighten. 2 more. So nice, last one. Then you'll slowly bend into the leg, place the hands down, right leg steps back, high plank, chaturanga. Down dog. So nice. I'm going to do it once more on either side, and we'll add in some more spice and some more flavor. Bend your knees, walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. And exhale, fold and soften. Walking hamstring, right leg, left leg. Just feeling into the hamstrings here as you breathe into them. Chair pose, then the knees, arms lift. And then maybe this time you're going to take your hands back as you lift up onto the toes, lift the heels, flying chair. Allowing the shoulders to draw up, back and down as the shoulder blades kiss together, squeezing the legs together, finding your balance. So nice, you step on the right leg, the left leg lifts and lengthens. Find that balance here, allow that right ankle and knee to move. Slowly place it down. Inhale, palms up, come up onto the toes. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, lift, lengthen. And exhale to soften. And it's okay if you wobble and fall. Inhale, open. And exhale to release and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. And exhale, fold and soften. Right leg steps back, high crescent lunge. Find your balance, find your feet. You're going to slowly lower down with that right knee. Inhale. And exhale, hips back, straighten out. Move dynamically here, bend into the leg, inhale. And exhale, take it back. One more time. So nice. This time, bend into that left leg. We're going to add on here. Lift your right knee off the mat and then step it slightly closer, pyramid pose. You're probably about 1 meter apart here with the legs. Then you can grab your hands on the block or you can bend into the left leg. Both legs are straightened as you fold over that front leg. Here, you want the right hip to draw forward and that left hip to draw back, pyramid pose. Breathe into your hamstring. Really try to distribute the weight within the legs nice and evenly, even within that back right heel. Go ahead and change it up here. Bend into your right knee as you come onto the toes of the right leg and then come onto the heel of the left foot. Pounce lunge. Exactly what it means. We're going to pounce forward into that warrior three as you lift your right leg up. Find your balance. Hands heart center, or maybe they're out to the side to help you and support you here. And then you're slowly going to stand up with that right leg. As you come all the way up. Standing on the left leg, right leg is lifted. I'm going to work slightly here into the hips a little bit more. You're going to keep your hips facing forward and the body super still as you rotate into it and draw it back. It's like the fire hydrant shape that we did at the bottom, but now we're standing. Let's do one more. So nice, draw back, tree pose, placing the foot either onto the ankle, calf, or up onto the thigh, not onto the knee. I see you, I see you. It's bad for the joint, hands heart center. This will help with you connecting to the nature on the hike, but then also allowing yourself to find into your balance, especially when you step, when your steps aren't even. You really got to find your balance here. It's not even finding the balance on one leg when you stand, but just even in a step, finding that balance. So nice. Then we're slowly going to lift that leg up. Then maybe you extend it out one more time to find a warrior three. As you step it down, hands down, maybe this time you try a single leg chaturanga. Roll back, down dog. So nice, we've got one more side and then we'll bring it down. Bend your knees, walk your hands back to your feet. Try not to move your hips too much, engage the core still. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen out your spine. And exhale, fold and soften. You're going to walk yourself forward, hamstring walks for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chair pose. Once you're ready, maybe you stay here or maybe you fly, lifting up the heels, coming up onto the toes, squeezing the calves. So nice. Heels down. And we lift up. Standing onto the left leg, this time your right leg lifts. Finding your balance. Right leg down, palms open, inhale, lift up onto the toes. And exhale, fold. Try gaze at something super still, inhale. As you exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale, fold down and soften. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold and release. Left leg steps back, high crescent lunge. Find your feet. Find your flow, find your balance. Feet on different train tracks here. And then breathe into this left hip flexor. Slowly lower down that knee, inhale. And exhale, take it back. 2 more, inhale, bend. And exhale, take it back. One more time. So nice. Bend into that front leg. Hands down, we're going to change it up here. Lift that back knee as you step it closer, pyramid pose, probably about 1 meter apart here. All 10 toes are facing forward as your right hip draws back, left hip forward. Right hip draws back, left hip forward. And this is a nice stretch for both of the calves here. Really try to pin down that left back foot, back heel as you try to spread the weight evenly within the legs. Relax the face. Pounce lunge. We bend into this left leg, come onto the toe, then come onto the heel of the right leg. And just like we The shape is called. We're going to pounce forward. Warrior 3, lift that left leg up, find it. Send your chest forward instead of down. And then flex into this left leg. Pretend like you're kicking into the back wall here. Try and gaze at something super still. You're going to be nice and strong in that right leg as you come stand all the way up with that left leg. Standing on the right, left leg is lifted. Once again, hips forward. Let's move into that rotation. Out, draw back. Out, draw back. 2 more. So nice. Last one. Then you'll find your tree pose wherever you are in this pose on this side. Maybe it's different from the other side. Nice straight spine here. Find your breath. So nice. Then you gently, slowly going to bend into that right leg, lift that left leg up. Find your warrior 3 maybe once more for a second, for a moment. And then step it back, hands down. Double leg or single leg chaturanga, you choose. Down dog, 3 breaths, last down dog. So nice, bend your knees, child's pose. Allowing the knees to be wide, hips back to the heels and soften and relax. 5 breaths. Just notice all that heat and all that energy. So nice, everyone. I'm going to slowly walk the hands back to the knees. Good job, nice. I'm going to sit onto your glutes. Then we're going to come into double pigeon. So you're going to draw your left leg forward 90 degrees and then the right leg on top of the left, allowing the knee to be in line with the foot here. If this doesn't work, you can place the foot up just outside of the knee. If this still doesn't work, because the knee is quite lifted and there's quite a lot of tension in your hip flexor, you can just cross the shins and then allow the foot and the knee to be in line with each other. I'm going to inhale, lengthen the spine, open up. And exhale, fold for about 5 breaths here. Just breathing into that outer glute. And then these stretches that we'll do now, you can do post-hike potentially. And then also to stay in these for a lot longer as well. You're going to gently, slowly walk yourself back. Then you'll extend this right leg, taking that left leg in towards the thigh. The right hand will go down as you rotate into this left shoulder. Inhale to lengthen, and then exhale towards the foot, not necessarily touching the toe, but rather just working on this beautiful rotation within your chest and your shoulder, just for about 5 breaths here. Breathing into this lower back. Deep breath in. And exhale to gently, slowly release. The left hand will go down as you come onto the left shin. Just open up stargazer for a moment, just to stretch and expand everything. And then we'll gently, slowly release. We'll change other side. So bend into the right leg. The left leg will go over this time. Placing the foot or the legs wherever you feel is necessary for you and for this side. Maybe the side's a little bit more intense. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Then hinge at the hips. Try to keep this nice straight spine as much as you can as you fold for 5 breaths. Just breathing into that outer glute. Relaxing the neck, relaxing the features of the face. And you're gently going to walk yourself back. As you extend this left leg long, draw your right leg in towards your thigh, placing the left hand down as you rotate into your right shoulder. Inhale, arm reaches up, and then exhale towards the foot. Just gesturing it, not necessarily touching it. Really just working into and breathing into this opening of this outer rib cage and into this lower back and the side body here. So nice. And then you'll gently slowly release. Draw the right hand down as you come onto the right shin just for a moment. Open up stargazer. My hips are clicking, don't know about yours. Enjoy all the clicks and the cracks. And then gently, slowly release. Then drawing the soles of the feet to touch together, Buddha Konasana here. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Then exhale, softly fold forward, 5 breaths. Then the further that you place the feet away from you, the less intense this will be. The closer that you place the feet to the body, the more intense this will be. Deep breath in. And exhale, gently release. You're more than welcome to stay in these shapes for longer if you wish as well. Then you're going to straighten out the legs. We'll come into double hamstring stretch here. You're welcome to keep the knees bent if you know that the hamstrings are super, super tight no matter what. And we're not necessarily going to reach for the toes, but maybe trying to lengthen and take the forehead to the knee. So you lengthen out the spine and exhale, hinge at the hips and fold and soften. Keeping the feet nice and flexed as you engage and protect the ligaments around the joints here. Deep breath in. Exhale, gently release. And then you'll roll all the way down into our final shape of Savasana. Just holding for about 5 breaths here. And just allowing everything to soften. Just noticing the body and all the heat that you've cultivated. And you're welcome to stay in the shape for a little bit longer as you really relax and soften the bones to the ground. You're welcome to do any last bit of shapes to finish your practice. Otherwise, just softly, just gently roll to the right side to fetal position. And then you'll push off from the ground, come into a nice comfortable seat, hands together at your heart center. Just taking a moment to thank your body and your breath for bringing you here, for being here, being able to move with not much restriction. And such a deep sense of gratitude from my heart to yours for allowing me to guide you and flow with you. So much love and light, you beautiful people. Namaste. Until next time, until the next video, I'll see you soon.